Yo, what the fuck up, Crazy Nation? It's your boy SB repping that Kraayziie. You know what it is? I'm back again with the homie.
Alex, what's up?
We're back with Crazy Sports. Okay, we're gonna do this for a bit where we post on the Crazy End page to start building a bit more of like a fan base on it, and then after we'll make a page for it when it gets a bit more, what do you call it, spice and shit like that. We might make it into like a podcast thing as well, so then people can listen to it as well. But yeah, all right, this time we'll start with the reviews of this week of the Premier League. So yeah, we'll get it started. Do you want to go? We'll go with City and Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll go with City and Liverpool. What were your thoughts on the game?
Allison cost them the game. And Klopp actually. I'd say Klopp as well. I reckon when I saw that Liverpool put on Milner, I got happy. I was like, oh okay, like Milner, and I don't understand why they took off Curtis Jones. He was the most threatening player of Liverpool against us. It was just like, cause he's like a young player, he wasn't scared of like beating players. I felt like he was Liverpool's best player on the ground.
Yeah,
Like he looked very positive. And there was a few chances that he had that he almost scored. If Edison wasn't there, he would have scored.
yeah,
So I feel
that's
like,
true.
and as well, Allison, let's be honest, Allison cost them the game. It's not even a discussion. Like you
That is
can't, you
bad
can't,
errors.
you can't do those errors. And not only that, he didn't just do one. He did, in my opinion, he's the reason for all four goals. Not just the one goal. I feel like he's two, sorry. I feel like he's the reason for all four.
As the reason for all four when Fabinho fouls Sterling.
Hmm?
Where do you put the blame on that?
What do
But
you
I'm
mean?
saying,
We
yeah,
didn't we
yeah, he
didn't
doesn't score. Yeah, he
but
doesn't score that. But
he
I'm
didn't
saying,
score. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the all four goals. I didn't say the chance for the penalty.
like,
He gave
I'd probably say three, not four, in my opinion.
but as well to save where he just brushed it off. And that's why it goes in.
I'd probably say the Foden one.
Foden's
Yeah,
goal, if he doesn't move out of the way, he saves it. He ducks. He's a goalkeeper. That's his job.
yeah,
Like, if he doesn't move out of the way, Foden doesn't score. Because, I don't know about you, but I feel like Foden hit that straight at him.
yeah. He did.
And I feel like, not, I know we're going to talk about it later, but it's very similar to Harrison's goal.
Yeah,
It's the
I
same
agree.
thing. And it's like, bro, like, Allison's meant to save those. And the penalty, I feel like even the penalty for City is weak. I feel like both penalties were very weak. Even Salah's one. Because I've seen that happen every week and majority of those never get called.
Yeah, I see that happening too.
But I don't know. Alright, so I'll lead to one I reckon what we're going to do is we'll lead to each segment. So this is my segment. There's two segments for this one. Is the title race done?
I reckon it is.
I reckon it's not because it's only February. There's still how many months left till the end of the season? I
Got 3
feel
months.
like if City beat Spurs, maybe it's done. Maybe. But as well, like we have a tough run coming now. And as well, it all depends how City go in the Champions League. Like I said, the biggest problem, I said this to you on your live stream the other day, the biggest problem with City is they're in every competition. They're in the FA Cup, they're in the Carabao, they're in
You
the
guys, you
they're in
guys are
the
versing
they're in
freaking
the
Spurs soon anyway
they're in the
in the
Champions
cup.
they're in the Champions League. Like that's every comp. And that's To me, like, I reckon that's the scariest part for a City fan. It's either City are gonna have to prioritize two or what?
Like I say, I think he wants to win all of them.
Because this is how I see it. 3 weeks ago, everyone was saying no one could catch up to Liverpool. Everyone was saying Liverpool could win the comp. Not 3 weeks ago, but like a month ago. Right? Yeah, like a month ago, everyone was saying Liverpool could win the comp. So how does that just all of it? I know, like, but as well, City's the only team to go on a 10-game win streak. They're on a 10-game win streak now. It's fucking crazy. Oh, I was listening to this guy the other day. I forget his name, but he had a very good discussion about City. This is why I reckon Guardiola has learned from last year. Want to know why? We had Laporte, Aguero, Jesus, all on the bench. Last year, they would have been in the lineup. Do you get what I mean by that? I feel like this year, like even if De Bruyne comes back, De Bruyne has to earn his spot back into the lineup. Have you noticed? When was the last time Kyle Walker played for City? Kyle Walker's fit, and he hasn't played for City.
It goes to show João Cancelo is doing a good job as a right back.
It's consistency. He's been consistent. And I feel like the last few years, Guardiola never appreciated that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of teams, they don't play off that. Like, bro, if you're scoring, like Gundogan, if you're scoring, you stay on the lineup. Don't drop him for a player just coming back from injury. And that's what I was saying. I was saying it to you. I find it funny that this year, City haven't played with a 9 at all.
And look how you guys are going.
Like, in my opinion, the only thing that's gonna happen if De Bruyne comes back, the only person that they'll probably drop is Bernardo. Bernardo Silva will drop, and that's it. In my opinion, though, as well, another player that needs to play a bit more, because I feel like he's better. The only person that he hasn't been giving a lot of credit to is Fernan Torres. I think Fernan Torres should be playing over Mahrez. Because Fernan Torres has been more consistent than Mahrez this year, in my opinion. I feel like Fernan Torres has been probably one of our best players this season. Like, he's on and off, but he's good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, what do you think about that? Have you noticed that, like, Pep has done that? How he's, like, changed, like, his mentality or something? Because last year he would bring on, like, this year he has completely changed City. John Stones couldn't even make the squad the last 3 years. And now John Stones, like, he's in the lineup almost every week.
Yeah.
What's his name? Cancelo is another one. We thought Cancelo was gone. And it's like, what changed Pep besides injuries? Like, what was it that, like, is it a mentality switch where he noticed, you know what, I should play the players that are consistent? What do you reckon?
I reckon with that, the players that he's putting in now, I think now it's coming to a point. It's like he's taking a gamble at it, but in the end it's paying off. And those players that are second string to your normal starting lineup are actually being consistent and playing better football.
Because I feel like this shows Mendy, like, even though Mendy's not playing right now, Mendy could be in the lineup if Zinchenko has a bad game.
Exactly.
And it shows a lot of these players, like even Foden. Everyone was saying, oh, Foden should go on loan, this and that. Look at Foden now. Foden was genius to stay because he was learning under De Bruyne, David Silva, he was learning under players that were the masterminds of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like what happened to Lingard where he couldn't play, he couldn't play at all. You know what I mean? And I just feel like this shows a lot of City players. If you take your chance, you might stay in the squad. And I feel like that's the problem with all the other teams in the league. That they don't do that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alright. The next one was... This one, I reckon, is interesting. Is Klopp done? I don't think he is, in my honest opinion. But I'll let you start the discussion.
I would kind of say he is in a sense because he's for him. I don't think he really. It seems like he doesn't have that drive anymore.
Question: would you be saying the same thing if Liverpool done their stuff earlier in the transfer season? Because from what I'm hearing is Klopp isn't getting a backing from the owners. The owners. So it's like, for example, a City or like yous, we get our backings from our owners. That's what we're very lucky. Even you can agree with this. We're very lucky with that. Your owner will go, here, how much money do you need? And we'll get them. You know what I mean? Like I feel
like there was. Let me cut you in there. There's some seasons.
He's ruthless.
There's some seasons when it's come to Chelsea that we haven't done it, and there's some seasons we have, but we'll see. We'll see how it pans out with Tuchel.
But you get what I mean, though. Like he's ruthless, same as ours. Ours is ruthless as well. We got Pellegrini after we got rid of Pellegrini right after we lost. Like we came second that year, and we sacked him to get Guardiola. Like even with Lampard, they just sacked. And I feel like that's the problem with Liverpool. Like they have a good structure, but they got a shit owner. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm
isn't Liverpool's owner an American owner? From what I heard?
Yes. Like if I was Liverpool this year, after Van Dijk got injured, like you buy not a world-class defender, but you buy defenders. And I feel like that's a big thing. Like, I don't feel like Klopp's done. I feel like the players are just not. I feel like the players don't want it anymore. For example, if you watch yesterday's game, whenever Liverpool went to Liverpool's, let's be honest, I reckon you will agree with this. Who's the best counter-attacking team in the league?
Who's the best
counter-attacking?
As of now?
It's still Liverpool. It's just they're not doing it. I watched... Bro, I don't get why they do this. They will go forward and then they will turn back around and pass it back to Alisson. It's like they lack, what's the word? They lack confidence. Curtis Jones was the only player that scared me yesterday. Listen to that sentence. Out of the whole team, Curtis Jones was the most deadliest player for Liverpool. It's like, and not only that, we spoke about this before, like off air. Liverpool, that was their first goal in Anfield since December. And it was a penalty.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I feel like, and not only that, seeing the players that came off the bench, Milner is not scary for me. Neither is Shaqiri, to be honest. Because Shaqiri, he needs the ball to be dangerous. And you're playing Manchester City, who hold the ball all the time. Like, that's their whole job. You know that. Like, that's all City do. When City are in the lead, they just hold the ball. But as well, like always. But yeah, with this thing with Klopp, I feel like a lot of it's just player decisions. Like, where was Mane? Where was Salah? That whole game. Where were they? Mane had a good shot, actually. Mane had a really good shot against us. But even Thiago. To me, what Liverpool are missing, and we all know it, not even Van Dijk. It's Henderson and Fabinho in the middle. Because if you notice, whenever City were counter-attacking, did you notice there was a hole in the midfield?
Yeah.
There was like a huge hole. And it's like, to be honest, this is where I blame Klopp. Klopp should have played the, what's his name? The centre-back from Schalke?
Azan Kabak.
Like, I know, like, I know people will say, oh, but you shouldn't throw players in. We threw Ruben Diaz in against, who did we play? Tottenham, right? Was it Spurs that he played his first game?
Might have been, I can't remember.
And he bossed it because we didn't have anyone else to play. And to me, that's where I would say Klopp's at fault. And as well, though, I feel like Trent's at fault. Trent got fucking exposed yesterday.
Yeah, Sterling ripped him.
Sterling was fucking murdering him. And that, I feel like the big thing for Sterling was there was no fans. Let's be honest. Because he would have been booed out of the fucking stadium if there was fans. I feel like that's another thing. Even though I know they're professionals, I feel like they're really missing the fans. Well,
yeah, they are.
Like, you know what I mean? But still, though, like, I feel like Klopp, I reckon give Klopp another season. Because there's people saying Klopp out. And to me, if you're saying Klopp out and you're a Liverpool fan, you are selfish. Because he brought you everything that you were missing for the last 30 years.
Exactly.
Like, let's be honest, man. He's not that bad of a coach. He's a good coach.
Yes.
It's just, I feel like we said it. We said it last year. What happens if Liverpool lose Van Dijk? You remember that? Because I said that, because everyone goes, and I remember everyone said to me, how can you say Laporte is such a big miss? We had Laporte missing and Company left that year. That's two of City's most prolific defenders. It's their two leaders. You know what I mean? And now Liverpool fans can understand with Van Dijk. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Van Dijk's their general. Van Dijk's their leader. I reckon Klopp, every time he sees Van Dijk, goes, why aren't you fit? I wish you were fit. You know what I mean?
Or more likely just like a fucking
Pickford. How ironic that an Everton player might be the reason they cost them the season.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy. But alright. The next one we'll go to what's after Liverpool. We'll go United. Because that's
how the fuck they bottle
question.
The game?
This is a topic. Because it'll just lead to the same thing anyway. You're gonna laugh. Did United choke?
I believe they did.
And this is why you don't have Harry Maguire as a captain. But as well, who gave away the free kick? Was it Maguire as well?
Might have been, yeah.
Because, let's be honest, the free kick was stupid. Like, the giving away the free kick. But imagine you're the captain. Normally the captain's meant to be like showing for example, this, and that, right? Where was he? Like he kept them on by like a mile. It wasn't even by like a bit. Like he kept Calvert-Lewin on by a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to DCL for scoring again. It's good to see him scoring. It's good to see Hammers playing well, and it's good to see Doucouré playing well. Once again, they play well without Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon that's their biggest waste. But who knows? He might come back next year and play amazing.
Yeah, who knows?
It's the adjustment to the Premier League. There's been a lot of players that needed adjustment to the Premier League.
It usually takes them a season or whatever, or depends, maybe even more, just to adjust properly.
Alright, so what do you think there? With that?
Well, with United...
And as well, good to see Cavani score again.
Yeah. That's...
Beautiful header again. Cavani with that header. Bro,
good delivery by Rashford though as
100%.
well. Yeah.
But Cavani, I don't know what it is about him and headering. He's so good at it.
He's a prolific.
Fucking hell. Like, I saw that cross and I'm like, yep, go. It's like... But as well, Olsen played well. Cool to see him play. I don't know, I assume Pickford's injured?
I think he is, yeah.
So cool to see Olsen play, because he's a good keeper. I feel like he should play in a bigger club. Or not a bigger club, but I reckon he should be a starter for another club. At least. Because he's a good keeper. But yeah.
Swedish international as well. So
what were you saying about United?
Well, with that game, just blowing a 2-0 lead, it just...
I forgot to ask, what do you think of Bruno's goal? That was a belter.
It was a belter, but I reckon the keeper could have saved it.
I think he caught him off guard. Because it looked like Olsen was a bit off the line, and he just chipped him.
It looked like he stepped a bit to his right or to his left, and then Bruno just fucking smashed it to...
Not even smashed. He chipped it. He barely hits it. It's like, oh, okay, shit. Like, you got him. Like, it's like he was waiting for him to step forward. Okay, actually, I got another segment, but this wasn't part of it, but I'll ask anyway. Do you think Ole should have put on Van der Beek instead of Fred?
Just for height-wise creativity, maybe, yeah, as well, and
instead of... Because they took off Pogba.
Yeah, I'd probably say yes.
This is a great one, and I reckon they should have done it just because of height-wise. Should they have put on Matic? Because he's good in the air. Matic is good in the air.
Yeah,
Everton's the best team. What? They're probably the best team in the air. Like this year, I would assume so. How many goals do they score off free kicks or corners? Like, I swear, Everton's one of the best at scoring off headers.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah,
because you got Mina, King. It's funny. That's hilarious. I said this on the predictions. Didn't I? That they might score off a corner or something like that. Because of... It's just there. I don't know what it is about Everton and that. Even when they had Tim Cahill, they were good at that.
Talking about Tim Cahill's a different
Hey, man, Calvert-Lewin's like that right now. I swear most of his goals come off like headers and shit.
I think he's close to Ronaldo when it comes to aerial leaping.
Because he's tall as well, though. He's a tall player. It's just that he's got a good jump as well. Yerry Mina's another one as well. He's very good in the air. That's the thing. They have a very good squad. Even Holgate. Holgate doesn't score a lot of goals, but he's still good in the air. It's
Mhm.
funny because it's like Maguire is good in the air as well. It's just not today. But yeah.
There's nothing really I should add to this one. Like United, you blow a 2-0 lead. Like, like don't get me wrong with Everton, that fucking fighting spirit and all that, you got to give them credit.
Mm-hmm.
But even as well, if Calvert-Lewin scored that chance at the end of the first half,
There
would have
could have been
been
more.
would have been a crazy way to end the game.
I actually have a good one now. We'll go to West Ham's thing because I know they're not in the big six, but this is a discussion that we should have. I want to ask you this: should referees have a league table?
Referees have a league table.
Yeah. Well, for example, in the World Cup, they have like a system that if one referee has a bad game, they drop him completely and they don't use him for the rest of the tournament.
That sounds.
Should the Premier League and the Championship have a system that, for example, if a Championship referee is really good, should he get promoted to the EPL? Because let's be honest, Mike Dean should not be refereeing EPL games.
He's fucking useless.
Like, I want to ask, where's the foul?
There is no foul, in my opinion.
But see, watch this. Watch Mike Dean ref an FA Cup game this week.
No, he will.
Or like he'll ref a Premier League game. So you get what I mean? Like, should there be a system? Because the referees, by the way, the decision got overturned. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know.
They appealed it, and obviously West Ham won. Let's be honest now. West Ham were always gonna win that. But should Mike Dean get demoted? In my opinion, if they made this table, Mike Dean would get demoted to the Championship.
Yeah,
Do you reckon that would be a good system?
100%.
Because I feel like he should get punished. And not only that, where the fuck was the VAR? Like, because he looked at the VAR, didn't he?
He did look at the VAR.
So, where are the people in the VAR to get this? Because they even got that wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not just Mike Dean's fault. It's theirs fault as well. Because because the VAR would have had to tell him, oh, hey, by the way, come and look at this.
Yeah.
And you see Suyek's face when he got the red card?
Yeah, Suchek's face.
He's like,
Yeah,
what? They're lucky that didn't cost them the game.
Yeah.
Like, if that cost them the game, oh my god, man. I would have been pissed. And I'm not even a West Ham fan. It's just, like, they gotta stop this shit, bro. But as well, I want to ask a question. This is something I just thought of. Should Mitrovic get punished? I reckon Mitrovic should get a game suspension. Because if you suspend him, they'll stop diving. Because that's a dive. Like, was he anywhere near him?
I don't think he was, but that's if you're gonna put that, that's the same as, in my honest opinion, that dive that Salah done against you guys,
Yeah, but
against City, I reckon that should be a punishable offense as well.
But that's the thing. That used to be a punishing offense. But the problem is right now, the referees don't know the rules. A referee has a different rule for each one. For example,
Even the offside thing when a player.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I've seen games where that doesn't get caught. That gets caught. It gets caught offside. Like, I've seen a game where someone would head it backwards and the guy was offside, but it wouldn't be play on. And it's like, so is this a rule or is it not a rule? I feel like the referees, like I said, the referees have to be held accountable. And that's why I reckon if they make a table and all that shit, that it holds them accountable. For example, in my honest opinion, Mike Dean shouldn't just get suspended. He shouldn't have got his pay for that game.
Yeah, so work for free for that game. Yeah.
Because he should get punished for that. Like,
yeah.
If a player does that, when a player does that, they get in trouble, they get a... Like, for example, Cavani got a 3-week suspension over, like, a racism post, right? I know it's not the same thing, but it's like... But Bernardo Silva does the same thing, and he gets a slap on the wrist. So it's like... The punishments have to be... Yeah, I feel like the whole system has to be held accountable. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next one, we'll go with your boys, Chelsea.
That game I watched, fucking
Beautiful pass by
goal.
Werner.
Beautiful goal to set up Mason Mount, but this second equalizer is just fucking. What are you doing, Rudiger, bro? Like, fuck, man. If you get the ball played back, fucking clear it, man.
You're gonna laugh at me.
Clear it. Fuck.
You're gonna laugh at me. I still think it's Mendy.
How is it Mendy?
If we'll do this whole discussion again and be honest with me. Be honest with me.
Are you gonna do the whole Kepa thing?
But be honest. Be honest. If Kepa was in goal, who would they have blamed?
I honestly reckon they'll still blame.
No, they wouldn't.
With that one.
No, because they don't blame Zuma for that fucking back pass against Chelsea, against Liverpool. Zuma did a terrible back pass and Kepa copped it. And as well, I know you agree with me with this. This just shows no matter what keeper you get, your goalkeepers always make mistakes. Mendy makes a shitload of mistakes. You've been telling me about this. Like, Mendy's been making mistakes. And now it's the same thing. It makes me question, do they practice back passing at Chelsea? Because I have a feeling they don't. But
they practice more back passing, the whole passing system at the back.
I agree with you with like the Rudiger should have just cleared it. But that just shows like how comfortable they are at back passing. But to be honest, when you see the back pass, what shocks me about Mendy doesn't move at all. Like, it reminds me of the back pass of Arsenal. Where, Cedric does a bad pass. But as well, your defender has to be awake. And there, it's like Mendy has to, like, in my opinion, both of them should be held accountable. Because...
No communication, that's
exactly.
That's all I can say.
Exactly. Like, if I see my player turn, I'm adjusting my body to where he's aiming. Because that's like the whole point of football. Even when you're a kid, you get taught that you need to adjust your body for when they move.
Yeah, right? To complement that player or whatever.
Yeah, but I reckon, I agree with you. Rudiger is at fault, but I feel like it's both. It's a lack of communication between both of them. Like Mendy should be calling for the ball.
Yeah, he should. But after that one, freaking straight away we freaking switch on and Werner wins a penalty. I honestly thought Jorginho was gonna miss, but luckily
he doesn't miss. I swear he doesn't miss.
He's missed 3 penalties this year.
That's still, compared to how many he gets in, like...
I think his only kryptonite this year is probably fucking Alisson.
Yeah. Alisson's a good keeper. Let's be honest, man. And as well, you know, we didn't bring this up with the Alisson point, but if Liverpool didn't have Alisson, who knows where Liverpool would be in the table this year?
They'd be fucking maybe 8th or 10th easily.
Well, I was listening to Copish, which they're like the Liverpool fans. They reckon they'll be in relegation battle. Which, Jesus Christ. Because
Luckily they're not using Adrian then.
Bro, they were.
For some games, yeah, they were.
Allison turned into Karius and Adrian if they had a kid.
Have you seen that thing with Allison against Hughes? He's the first person to give away 2 mistakes since freaking Karius when he played for Liverpool.
Well, we normally struggle against Liverpool.
I said it with the prediction.
To be honest,
like either way, you guys were gonna win, but it does come down to a stupid error from a keeper.
Not a stupid error.
Errors.
Not only that, before that second goal, he did that twice.
Yeah.
In that one play.
Yeah, that's the shit thing you gotta look at.
Oh man, that shit was funny. But anyway, the next one. Oh, what do you think of Mount's goal? We didn't bring that up.
That was a good goal. Left footed shot in the bottom corner. What's funny that it didn't do that celebration.
I know. I wanted to see it so bad. But do you know what's funny? You know how they got the Premier League photos thing when they walk out? Like they have him doing this. They have him doing the chunk celebration. So that's pretty cool to see. Okay, this topic: Will Chelsea make top 4?
The way they're playing now,
in my opinion, they will.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they will. We'll do a prediction of the top 4 at the end. At the end of this, because I'm actually curious about this one. Alright, Spurs. We'll go with Spurs now. Good to see Harry Kane back. That's all I have to say. And as well, without Harry Kane, I don't know if Spurs are even a top 8 club.
Yeah, I agree there.
Because Harry Kane is saving, and Son, but like,
it's more the whole creativity and goals is coming more from Kane.
No, but it's scary. It's scary how much they rely on him. It's scary how much they rely on him and Son. Like, without them two, do Spurs even make the top 8? Or top 6?
My opinion, sadly, no.
Like, I feel... Do you know what's... You're going to laugh at this, or you probably agree with me. I feel like Leicester have a better squad than Spurs.
The way they're playing...
No, but like, just in general, like... For example, when Vardy doesn't play, they got decent replacements. I would pick Iheanacho over Vinicius.
Yeah.
I would pick Harvey Barnes over Vinicius. The way Harvey Barnes has been playing this year. Think about it. This year, at points, they haven't played with Vardy. They didn't play with... What's that guy? The defender's name? What's his name? The
Turkish.
Yeah, him.
Oh, Soyuncu, yeah.
They haven't played with Evans. Bro, Ricardo Pereira has barely played this year. And they're still killing it. And as well, they lost...
It shows their freaking replacements are actually performing.
And as well, they lost Chilwell. And they're still playing, like, top football. Because the thing is, like, if James Maddison doesn't play... You still got Perez and stuff like that, who are just still good enough to help them. The only thing is, like, obviously they heavily rely on Vardy. In my honest opinion, they should have kept Slimani. I don't understand why they got rid of him.
Yeah, Slimani I reckon is a good player.
I reckon that's what they're missing, because when they won the title, they had oh my god, what's that Japanese guy's name? Okaza? Remember? He was coming on whenever Vardy wasn't playing well, and he was scoring.
Yeah.
Osaka, right? Isn't that his name?
I think it's Osaka, yeah.
Yeah, him. And obviously besides Kante and shit like that. Even Yous are playing well without Kante.
Yeah, the whole... Yeah, Okazaki, that's the guy talking about.
Okazaki, sorry, yeah, that's his name. But yeah, he's playing very well without Kante, which is very interesting. It makes me wonder if Kante's gonna leave. He hasn't played.
Time will tell.
He hasn't played
Hasn't
a
played in
lot.
4 games. Hasn't played in 4 games. Hasn't been starting in 4 games.
That's
I
interesting.
don't.
But as well, you have been winning, so that's all that matters.
Was it 1 draw and 3 wins?
Yeah.
In the last 4 games,
Fair
and that's
play.
the last person to have that sort of result was Mourinho when he freaking
The
coached
first
us in
time, right?
2004. Yeah, and that says a lot.
So what we're talking about? We're talking about Spurs. That's right. We're just talking about Spurs, right? The question is, will Spurs make top 4? I don't think so.
If Vardy's fit, actually, sorry, if Kane's fit, then yes, I reckon.
I don't think so, and I'll explain right after. All right, we'll go with 2 teams. This one, we'll go with Leeds and Arsenal. We'll go with both of them. We'll talk about both of them. Leeds, great to see them win again. Is this their second win in a row, or something? Didn't Leeds win last week as well?
Yeah, they won. Yeah, they won last week. I'm pretty sure as well.
Jack Harrison's been on a fucking scoring roll. I know that. This is like his second goal.
I know. Sorry, they lost. Remember, they lost to Everton last week.
But they've been playing all right. So yeah, it's interesting to see where Leeds are gonna finish. All right,
that's gonna be a good one. The next game that they play, Leeds.
Who are they playing?
Arsenal.
Perfect for the discussion that I'm about to have. What do you think of Arsenal? Let's be honest. I don't know who to blame there. I think it's both of them, as well.
Lack of communication.
But as well,
again,
shout out to Traore for following the ball.
Yeah.
You have to give a shout out for him because he pressed them. I think that might be the reason they weren't ready. Because normally you don't get pressed like that in the opening few minutes. Not even opening few minutes, opening minute. But that's the thing about Aston Villa. That's what's so great about Aston Villa, is they press the fuck out of you.
Watkins again, mate. Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to Traore, bro. Traore made that whole fucking play. Traore got the ball, beat his man, and then put it perfectly in.
Honestly, it's freaking. He's like, yeah, they're saying he's like the best player since Darren Bent.
I thought it'd be.
Agbonlahor as well.
I thought it'd be Benteke.
And him too.
Wouldn't it be Benteke? Because Benteke was scoring a lot at Villa.
But if they're talking English players, they reckon him.
Well,
yeah, he's better. To me, Ollie Watkins is.
Do you know what it is about him? It reminds me of Calvert-Lewin. It's his positioning.
Oh, he's very smart.
But as well, he's lucky to have players like Grealish, McGinn, Barkley, and Traore. Let's be honest, Traore is not an average player.
Yeah, he did play for us.
Traore is a freaking good player, man. He's played in a lot of good clubs. Didn't he play for Ajax at one point? He played for Ajax. He played for Lyon. I know he played for Lyon. I remember that. Because he was part of the team that knocked us out of the Champions League. Did he play for Findo? Ajax? Or am I tripping?
Yeah,
he did? Because I remember he used to get a lot of informs in the Netherlands.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, it's just showing that, if you keep on believing to chase your dreams and shit, you can do it. By the way, shout out to their coach, which I never remember his name, but he's a really good fucking coach.
Was it Chris Wilder or?
I think it might be Chris Wilder.
Nah, that's nah.
I don't remember their coach's name. But as well, I want to ask you this. Do you feel have you noticed that their defense,
Dean Smith. That's it.
What's his name?
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith, that's his name. Have you noticed that when they're defending, they play like Chelsea when Terry was there?
Yeah.
Because obviously Terry is their head, he's their defensive coach. And I've noticed, like, defending wise, Villa's very hard to break down.
Yeah, they are.
With Matty Cash, Target, like, and obviously
They've got quality players at the back.
Tyrone Mings, great. But not only that, I feel like the defensive mids do their job as well, which is amazing because Douglas Luiz isn't even in their lineup lately. Think about that. Douglas Luiz hasn't been playing.
That's interesting.
And they're still playing well. Alright. Here comes the topic. You ready for it? Could Leeds finish in front of Arsenal?
Yeah, I reckon they could. And if they have a good run, yeah.
Bro, the next game might actually decide it. Alright, hold up, I'm just putting the table up. Because what? They play Arsenal, right? This week.
On the 15th, yes. That's
well, they're in front of Arsenal right now by a point.
Yeah, I reckon they can do it.
But yeah, you reckon they could finish in front of Arsenal?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, now we'll go to... We've talked about everyone, right? Yeah. We'll go top four. Top four predictions.
Top four predictions, I'd probably say you guys will be first. Second will be a tight one. But the way United's going, I honestly don't... I can probably see Leicester or Chelsea second, one of them two, or third. And maybe Liverpool United for fourth.
Let me check the table. I got, obviously, City first. We only got a 5-point difference, but I can see us being first. Because we still have the goal. We still have a game in hand.
And you guys got the biggest goal difference in the comp right now.
I got City first. Chelsea second. I just, for me, you have enough talent to be second.
And the way
that you have been
playing,
the way that you have been playing is really good. I don't have Leicester. I reckon Leicester will drop out of the four. What am I up to? Third, right? I reckon Liverpool third.
And United fourth.
Yeah, United fourth. Because for me with United drop points a lot. Wait, what's the table? 39, 37. That's not that much. And I don't know how. You know what? I reckon Everton could come fifth.
Everton for Europa?
Yeah. I reckon like Everton could get close to it. Because they're going alright now.
They still got 2 games.
That's why. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what are they? Who's the next team that they need to play?
I know this is I know this is a scary prediction. I reckon Villa could make top 4 because they got 2 games as well, and they're only on 35 points.
Who's Villa's next game? Next game is against... Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
My thing is Villa's goals for are just as good as the top 6. Like, for example, Villa could be in the top 4 this year. If you look at because their goals against is only 24. And that is the same as Chelsea.
Yeah.
So then
right now you got right now
we got 14.
I think Spurs is the second best defensive record.
Of course they are. Let's be honest, of course they are. But I'm gonna make a big prediction, and that's I reckon United won't make top 4, and I'm gonna pick Villa. Just for why not? I like Villa. I like the way that they play. And you never know. I reckon Everton and United will battle 5th.
Oh, I think it's not even freaking.
Because
Here we go.
I feel like Liverpool will end up finishing better than United. They should. But
Yeah.
they've been struggling against the big clubs. Small clubs, sorry. And big clubs. But yeah, that I'm really curious to see who's gonna make it into like the top 6 and shit. Alright. I know this isn't till next week, but we'll do the predictions for them anyway. Wait, no, not next week. Like there soon, Saturday, the weekend. But we'll make the
match day 24.
We'll do the predictions for it now. What do you reckon, Leicester, Liverpool?
Honestly, I reckon Leicester, in my opinion.
I got Liverpool. I reckon Liverpool bounce back. For me, I just see them scoring. I feel like this is gonna be a game where Liverpool needs the win. And I feel like they might get the win. Maybe. It's for me it's between that or a draw.
Yeah.
Palace and Burnley.
I would say Crystal Palace, but the way they've been playing begs to differ.
I got a draw. Cause
yeah, I'd probably go for a draw on that
knows? One. Wolves and Southampton. I got Southampton.
Yeah, I got them too.
Just because of Ward-Prowse.
But he's the best free kick taker I've seen since De Bruyne.
West Brom United.
United will bounce back, I reckon.
Am I a prick if I say draw?
Nah, maybe.
Nah, I'm being a dickhead. I got United as well. Leeds versus Arsenal.
Leeds versus Arsenal. Honestly, I reckon it'll be a tight one. But I reckon Leeds will just edge it.
I got Arsenal only if Matt Ryan plays. Because I feel like Matt Ryan could keep a clean sheet. Because I don't know what it is about Bamford. Bamford's at times he's very inconsistent. And he misses a lot of chances. Everton and Fulham. I got Everton, let's be honest.
I got Everton as well.
West Ham and Sheffield.
West Ham.
Lingard hat-trick.
Lingard will score again. Mate, even though I hate United.
Alright.
It's good to see him play.
Difficult one, I reckon. I reckon this is a bit difficult. Chelsea and Newcastle. I feel like they can test you. Like, I feel like Newcastle...
We will edge it out, I reckon.
You know what I mean? Like, they're a tough game. At times, they can be a tough game whenever they want to show up.
Yeah, they're good at home when it comes to versing us, but I reckon Chelsea will edge it out.
Alright, we'll do City's catch-up game, which is City versus Everton. I reckon that's a test for City. I feel like City's got 2 back-to-back tests. Between Spurs. Did we say Spurs and City yet?
I haven't done it.
No, we haven't.
I'm still gonna lean towards you.
Oh, I still got City. But I reckon Everton could test us, actually.
Maybe Everton, yeah.
I reckon both teams can test us. It's just I trust City more against Spurs than against Everton. Because it all depends on how Guardiola's going to play it.
Okay, since you haven't brought this one up, Now this one, I'm thoroughly waiting to actually watch Brighton and Aston Villa on Sunday.
I'll go
That's a
Villa.
tight one.
I'll go Villa.
Honestly, reckon it can be a draw. The way Brighton's set up.
I'll go Villa. Grealish, McGinn, Barkley. That combination is just so deadly. And obviously Watkins. Like that, just them together, it's such a good squad. Like they create more chances than Brighton. Even though I like Brighton.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Brighton dropped points this week concerns me. Like they struggled against Burnley. So Villa should, in my opinion, Villa should run through them. I don't know what their things like previously, like against each other. But I just feel like, I don't know. Villa's my favourite team besides City in the comp. They're like my favourite team to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for this week. I feel like this one was more...
More based on segments and stuff like that.
And I feel like that's what do you reckon? We should do more of that? Because I feel like it was easier to talk about stuff.
I wish we should do more like, yeah, pretty much talk about more of the key moments on some of the games.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. I'm curious to see how City go this week. I'm curious to see how Liverpool go because obviously it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
And United, but I don't know. I feel like just because of Ollie, United won't make top 4. Or they'll just make top 4. It's just that, like, yes, they have all the great players, this, and that. But for me, like, I feel like they scratch a lot of wins.
Yeah, I think they scrape it as well.
And not only that, they only have 13 wins. Like, in my opinion, they have too many draws this year. They got 6. But as well, they only have 4 defeats, so... What's crazy is, Villa, if you look at Villa's record... Was it Villa? Who did I just look at that has... Oh, no, don't worry. That was draws. I got so confused because Villa has 2 draws. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. They have barely any losses. But yeah. Southampton doesn't have that many losses. They only have 9. And they don't even... Jesus Christ. But yeah. Do you reckon the relegation's going to stay the way it is? With Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield?
Who do we predict again?
I think we predicted.
I know. I predicted freaking Fulham and Sheffield, but it was between. I reckon it was between West Brom and Burnley that we chose
Probably
to go down as well.
Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I said all of them, and Burnley. I think. I remember saying Sheffield just because they didn't have any players that we knew.
Yeah.
The only way Sheffield stay up is if Ryan Brewster becomes a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Which they won't. Which he won't. No offense to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this has been SB and your boy
Chronix.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed this. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen, and we can't wait to do more. And as well, I got a series coming up soon, which I'm actually excited to talk about. And that is, I don't know the name for it yet, but it's kind of like an A-League thing, which I'm excited to start. But yeah, we hope you like this. Follow us on the socials. What's your socials, Chronix?
Pretty much Chronix93.
On? What are you on?
On Twitter. What? I don't even know anymore. I've got too much things.
It's got
Twitter, Instagram,
and as well,
if you catch me on the streams, Twitch. I usually stream every day at 6 o'clock.
What do you do?
Mainly FIFA, but sometimes if I'm salty, I change other games.
Oh, like yesterday.
Like yesterday.
But anyway, yeah. Follow me, SB Raptor Crazy on Insta. And as well, I might start my YouTube channel back up, my SB Raptor Crazy channel. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, subscribe to Kraayziie and obviously subscribe to Chronix's YouTube channel. And yeah, let us know what you want to see and we'll give it to you. But yeah, I hope you like this. Give this a thumbs up. None of that. Comment if you want to see more. Subscribe. And remember, keep living a crazy life and stay blessed. Peace. Laters. Ow.
That's so cringe, bro.
Why is it cringe?